500 up.
Hello everybody, my name is Guy, I'm from OpenOcean and you're watching the second video that we're doing about the upcoming OpenOcean Liquid Ethereum Staking Dashboard. On the new dashboard we're releasing, you'll be able to compare offerings from all the major players in the liquid Ethereum staking market, as well as see all the different pools available, the specific rewards for each of those pools broken down by token type, and you'll also be able to see the OpenOcean Edge, which is the specific edge you get from buying liquid staking tokens directly on OpenOcean as opposed to buying on the open market. And who knows, you might even get more rewards for it in the long run. In the upcoming interviews, we'll be talking with individuals from many of the major staking platforms, and today I'm absolutely thrilled to be welcoming Tiago from Ankr. Thank you very much for joining me again. And today we're here to speak to Tiago from Ankr. Now, OpenOcean is building a brand new Ethereum staking dashboard, and as one of the providers for the liquid Ethereum tokens, we've brought Tiago on just to find out a little bit more about Ankr, a little bit more about how their liquid staking works, and a little bit about how we can tie it into the OpenOcean platform. Tiago, how you doing?
Hey guys, hey everybody. I'm good. What about yourself?
Oh, awesome, man. It's awesome. All right, it's a really fun time to be in crypto with the Shanghai upgrade just around the corner. You know, we're all waiting with bated breath for the 12th of April. I think it's going to be absolutely incredible. There's going to be so much more ETH in the market. So it's all of these overviews of the different platforms and the tokens that are available through OpenOcean. It's going to be great to get to know Ankr and to get to know that sort of where your guys' placement in the market is. So if you could just tell me a little bit more about what you do for Ankr, that would be great, just to start us off.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm the DeFi business dev, so of liquid staking. You know, Ankr has two main sectors, right? We are also infrastructure, SDKs, RPC nodes as a core, but we also have liquid staking, where I'm the business, business dev there.
Oh, awesome, man! And like, if you had to sort of, because obviously when we're looking at the OpenOcean dashboard, the whole entire idea is to get a feel of all the different liquid staking options, right? So let's say I'm going onto it and I'm looking at all the different options presented, and I see Ankr, right? So could you give me a little bit of an overview of Ankr and how you would say you guys differentiate yourself from the other players in the market?
Yeah, for sure. So. First of all, and this is a really cool curiosity, which is Ankr actually launched liquid staking 2 weeks before Lido, but you know, it stuff happens.
Actually,
but basically because,
yeah,
you know, and basically this is because first of all, it's like a philosophy dash also necessity, because in the end of the day, the core and bread and butter I was explaining to you of Ankr is actually RPC nodes, and to consume those RPC nodes you'll need Ankr token, right? So we can't just use Ankr tokens as rewards to incentivize these more degen pools like our competitors can, because they have their own token just dedicated for this. But that's why I think we lose a little bit there. But you know, at the core, I think, you know, Ankr not only serves Ethereum, it serves like a lot of and a big variety of liquid staking chains. We have Ethereum, BNB, where we actually are leaders. So on BNB we are leaders. We have like 80% of the market share there. Then we have Matic, Phantom, Avalanche, Polkadot, and Kusama. And you know, I think like basically our main differences, I would say, is that we have like our own bridge, and we are pushing for this like omni-chain liquid staking, where you could, for instance, stake Ethereum on BNB chain, which for, you know, new users and newcomers could become particularly more interesting, as you know, the fees on BNB chain are way cheaper than on Ethereum. So this is one of the advantages of having Ankr ETH that no other protocol has at the moment. And secondly, we also have interesting features like flash and stake, where basically users can instantaneously redeem their tokens without the needing of waiting for the bonding period. So, you know, of course this is not the case for Ethereum, right? Ethereum is not redeemable yet, but when it becomes redeemable is definitely on our plans. But really the core idea are this. So Ankr as omni-chain liquid staking solution, and it's the most liquid liquid staking.
Oh, that's fantastic. I say, if I know you guys have loads of liquid staking products from BNB to
Uh-huh.
Avalanche, and it's fantastic to see you guys actually release so many because a lot of other providers they just stick to Ethereum. So it's great that you kind of capturing that market share no matter where people want a DeFi or where people want a crypto. So let's say I'm just looking at Ethereum only. If I had to ask you to give me just a few benefits when compared to the competitors where Ankr stands out above everybody else.
So first, again, omnichannel experience. So you could actually stake your Ankr ETH on BNB, for instance, but it's still Ankr ETH. Secondly, like I think we are also going through a shift on our node operation where we want to really build this decentralized network of node operations that I don't believe any of the other our competitors have. So basically, we are going to decentralize our node operation using DVT technology as well. So using nodes from OBOL and SSV, for instance. So yeah, this is like
That's
I'll
great.
say a couple of advantages.
As I say, it's good that you guys actually have a really big focus on decentralization because I think with you know a lot of other providers that is something that they're also taking into consideration. So how can they provide and sort of support decentralized Ethereum staking? Okay, so
Yeah.
with the OpenOcean dashboard, you're going to be able to buy liquid staking tokens from all the major providers, right? So you're going to be able to go on there and buy your Ankr ETH. You're also going to be able to see all the available pools for staking, right? So how effective would you say are third-party dashboards? Not just necessarily covering ours, but how effective would you say that providers of third-party supplementary apps are to the growth and sort of like the future of Ankr?
I'll say it's quite substantial, right? In the end of the day, the more channels that can help us spread the message of our liquid staking, it further helps disseminate this new technology. That's quite interesting because it really promotes capital efficiency, as basically you can stake your ETH, but you can still use it and try to farm it on on additional DeFi opportunities, and this is quite substantial, right? Especially now with the Shanghai update, basically there's also like the tendency for certain players to accumulate a lot of Ethereum on their nodes, and this might result in centralization issues. So it's really important for everybody to understand what options do they have in the market, what can they stake, like where can they stake, which pools can attract extra yield, which tokens are trading at a discount, for instance, which is also like a good opportunity. And I believe definitely that OpenOcean and this dashboard can help us out spread that message and have like for the user have like a clear view of every major protocol and yeah, just allow them to choose what they want to do.
Ah, awesome. I mean, the whole entire idea behind what we're sort of pitching is the OpenOcean Edge, which is sourcing your liquid staking tokens from OpenOcean and actually earning a little bit of a better rate than necessarily getting them from the providers or getting them from the open market. So we include a full breakdown so you can see not only the main pools but also the boosted pools as well. So now we've touched on decentralization, but how can you ensure that people who are holding Ankr ETH, how can we be sure that there's like security in mind, and what are your sort of view on security, and what steps do you guys take to protect users?
Yeah, for sure. At Anchor, like security is a very important thing for us, and I think for every protocol, right? In the end of the day, this is a new tech that requires and has really like specific requirements. And the truth is that sooner or later most of the protocols get hacked. So at Anchor, security is a big priority for us. And all the smart contracts are audited by several different firms that you can have a double look and a double check on our documentation, including our bridges, our staking contracts, our staking tokens. So everything it's audited. And the secondly is, and this is a big thing that we plan for what we call like ETH v3, where basically what we're going to do is fully decentralize our node operation. And with this, basically we will include, as I mentioned before, DVT technology, which also helps users prevent from slashing. So And this will add like an extra layer, not only of in terms of security, as slashing insurance, as yeah, like you will basically be decentralizing this entire operation. So maybe I can dive a little bit of how like this will work. But basically, first of all, we're going to have like a node marketplace where users can choose which nodes they can they can like delegate their ETH. And then secondly, based on, of course, certain requirements and thresholds, and this is a little bit of how the alpha I'm sharing here, basically, it will be the community that will decide and vote on which nodes can be part of the validating procedures of Ankr ETH.
Oh, wow.
So basically, it will be the community to decide which nodes are secure or not, and validate the transactions of the Ankr ETH that they hold, which I think is quite powerful. Again, especially if you consider that you can also include DVT technology in here. Yeah, I believe this will be quite powerful and a very meaningful solution, not only in terms of security as decentralization, as of course as well community engagement, right? Because in the end of the day, it's the users that are choosing and building their own product.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It's really refreshing to hear that the users and the crypto community are in the forefront of your mind when you're thinking about updates and stuff to the platform and where you go. That's really, really great.
Yeah, definitely, always.
Yeah, as I say, a community first focus always tends to win. So, okay, we've touched a little bit about yourself, a little bit about the Ankr platform. Could you tell us the fundamentals of how of how liquid staking with the Ankr token works? So not your own token, but how the Ankr ETH token works, how rewards are accumulated. If you could just give us a brief overview of that.
Yeah, for sure. So basically how it functions is users can take their ETH, they can stake on Ankr ETH or on OpenOcean, because that will seems to become an option here, so that's quite interesting as well. But basically how it opens is Ankr currently has like a node operation, and basically what we do is we take your Ethereum and we deposit on our nodes. However, until the Shanghai update happens, this Ethereum will be locked. So really what Ankr does here is they issue like a receipt token that basically represents your staked ETH. And basically when we talk about liquid staking and liquid staking tokens, in fact what we are talking about is the opportunity to trade these receipts that represent your staked ETH. And this is quite meaningful, especially because it has another layer of rewards that you can get, and also adds a little bit of capital efficiency, right? Because now you could sell your unstaked ETH, and yeah, it just becomes more liquid and more efficient to users of your capital, because you don't have your ETH log for we don't know when. Right now we know, but like we know how much time this took to get pushed. So
those are very brave people back in the days.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, basically, it helps promote capital efficiency, and in the background, this is basically what's happening.
Ah, yeah, that's awesome, and it's really good to see all the different kinds of models of liquid Ethereum staking, and I've definitely got to say that because I'm a big fan of you guys from liquid staking on BNB, so you probably would be one of my first choices if I was considering doing that. But yeah, one of the fantastic options about jumping into our pools with Ankr ETH is that you get to see a breakdown of all the different rewards as well. So you can go on it and you can see, oh, I'm going to get paid out in CRV tokens, or I'm going to get paid out in these tokens. So it's kind of refreshing. But I mean, also we have OpenOcean was built on a traditional swap foundation. So we've got more liquidity sources running on more chains than anybody else. So by that extension, we support the native Ankr token. So could you just fill me in a little bit about the native Ankr token and how it fits in with your staking solutions, and is there any utility for the users?
Yeah, for sure. So again, liquid staking is just like a branch out of Ankr. In the end of the day, the bread and butter of Ankr is RPC nodes, and basically, in order to consume these RPC nodes, you need to pay in Ankr tokens. This is like the main use case of the Ankr token. In terms of staking, currently you could also stake Ankr, basically. So you could lock your Ankr in exchange for a yield, and yeah, maybe like in the future, and I'm just saying maybe, maybe the token will have like governance rights that it will allow you to vote on certain and specific things. And I think everybody can connect the dots now. I hope.
Okay. Well, I mean, like looking forward. So, how do you? Obviously, the upgrade's going live on the 12th. How do you envision the future of the staking market? Let's say for 2023 and beyond. And then a second question: where do you see Ankr, and how does it fit itself into this evolving landscape?
Yeah, for sure. So I think that the big question at the moment is really trying to understand what's going to happen to Ethereum, because like on one hand, this is a major upgrade for Ethereum, but on the other side, you could also have a big and a huge unlock of Ethereum on the market. This could lead to a price dump, but this could also lead to other protocols try to capture this Ethereum that was once locked in other protocols, right? But we also have like the other hand, which is now staking it is way less risky because you can just stake and unstake your Ethereum, and basically, especially with liquid staking, if maybe you wanted to sell your Ethereum, you could also already sold, right? So this is like the main purpose and the main value proposition of its staking anyway. So what I expect actually, and this is again like speculation, is since basically I believe that people that wanted to sell their staked ETH probably will be using liquid staking, and if they wanted to, they already sold. I would expect that more Ethereum will become to be staked, as staking it is just became less riskier after the Shanghai upgrade. So, and how Ankr is just really trying to position itself is really this community-driven protocol with liquid staking that is truly run by its community, and really just trying to capture this market share of the Ethereum that will become redeemable and will most likely get unstaked from a protocol. So really what we're trying to do is really push for that narrative. Like we want with the flush and staking become the most liquid staking, even though we might not have like a lot of liquidity on the pools and a lot of volume. The truth is that Ankr will become, and Ankr ETH and on all of the other chains that we cover will become the most liquid staking on the market. That it's run by the community, that is decentralized. So, I think this is a good value proposition. And now it's up to the users to decide which solutions they want to do and they want to use, of course. But we believe this is a really, really strong value proposition that, we are positioning ourselves to get ready and try to attract that Ethereum that just got. Yeah.
Yeah, I like pitching yourself as the absolute most liquid platform, like no matter where you want to go. That's really cool. It's kind of like OpenOcean a little bit. We're like, hey, get the best swap rates no matter what chain you want. So it kind of feels like that. It kind of feels like that same thing. You guys are in it for the community. You're in it for putting the power back into people's hands, and that's absolutely amazing. So yeah, depending on when in what order this interview is released, it might be released before we release our Ethereum dashboard. It could be released afterwards. We're going to be doing a little bit more events around like sort of the actual release date. But the fantastic thing is that Ankr is fully integrated into the OpenOcean Ethereum staking dashboard. That means you can go and buy your tokens, you can see what rate you're going to get, and you can also see all of the pools and the rewards broken down for you. So make sure that when you're picking up some Ethereum tokens to stake, you give Ankr your utmost consideration. Thank you so much for coming on here and talking to me today about Ankr, man. It's been absolutely great to get to know you. It's been fantastic to get to know the platform.
No, honestly, my pleasure. We are more than happy to cooperate with OpenOcean. Again, like this is not in branding, but I use OpenOcean almost every day, right? So it's always a pleasure to, talk with the guys that are behind this and do partnerships in order to just, boost the entire ecosystem as a whole.
Yeah, fantastic, man. And that's again, that's at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do. We try and release products for our community. We try and release products for the wider crypto community, but also we're trying to democratize the access to it. So bring that barrier of entry down. Same thing that you guys are doing with the liquid staking, so you don't have to come up with all those assets out of your pocket in order to be able to participate. Oh, awesome, man!
Yep.
It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you. Is there any wise words you want to leave us, or anything that you want to say about Ankr or about the crypto markets in general?
Yeah, for sure. So just a quick tip is that currently the Ankr ETH is trading at a 2% discount. So if you buy now and you unstake on the Shanghai update, you'll just get 2% of free Ethereum. This is
Hey, look at
my
that!
lifestyle
That
support
that is
advice.
one heck of an offer. Look at that! Coming in with the
That's it.
alpha.
Oh yeah.
So I'm hoping that by the time actually people watch this, there's like a mad influx of people going and buying Ankr ETH.
Probably there won't be any arbitrage opportunity there, but yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you want to pick up any Ankr ETH or you want to pick up any of the Ankr liquid staking tokens, all of those are available to purchase on OpenOcean, and we're not going to charge you any fees for it whatsoever. Right, fantastic. I think we're going to wrap up there. We got so much information. I think if I take in any more, I might have to go and have a lie down. Um, so thank you very much for coming in and talking to me today, man. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Awesome.
See you guys.
Cheers.